Yo boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing some rogue solo queue, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the worst spec I've ever played. Um, the only way I could actually kill anybody in the solo queue, which I ended up getting 3 wins or something, is either my teammates kill. I'm actually running the 100% crit legendary because the finality doesn't do anything, like legit nothing. They both really do nothing, but for my Venthyr wise, I use it. I mean, they're both just garbage. But our main goal is to get every cooldown, and then I just shadowy dome. Now, as you can see, my damage, it's gonna be really bad, like really, really bad. Like if a healer does damage overall and just focuses on like doing their one button, damage rotation every now and then, they'll actually they'll out DPS me. So as you can see, I'm doing 50k after I've already used both my shadow dances. So that's already both shadow dances out of the way, and I still am sitting at 50k. Now I haven't used my echo yet, so obviously I'm not going to be doing that much damage. But at this point, I'm like, okay, I need my Venthyr, I need my Trinket, and I need my Echo in order to possibly kill them. The thing is, for some reason, these guys are like 2150 CR, and I'm only like 600, so I don't know why I was facing, people with such. I mean, it's obviously like 2 a.m., so maybe that's why. I was hoping I'd just, face people that were lower, but I guess I just auto go up to 2200. So these guys were really sweats. But as you can see, I'm getting really out DPS hard here. Like, I'm just trying to PvE down, but as a sub rogue, when you try to PvE somebody, it just doesn't work out. And then as you can see, my Gladius on the side is so small. I really need to fix that to where I can see DRs better. I couldn't see anything. But this is my first time logging back on retail. Obviously, I've tried to do a solo queue before, and I've waited 12 minutes for a queue. As you can see, I tell this guy it's awful. But I mean, Beta Rogue looked good even after the buffs. It's probably still one of the worst specs I've ever played. In beta, it's actually good. I just hope it's not too good because obviously they're doing buffs when there's. This is Dragonflight buffs. So what is once we have 200k HP and all the stats we need, Sub Rogue's gonna do damage. But if they do too much buffs, by the time we get all the gear, we're just gonna be one-shotting and then we're gonna get nerfed to the ground. So I don't want them to do anything. I really don't want them to nerf anything or do anything right now. Keep it the exact way it is, and then once we have full gear, perfect. But overall, pre-patch was a letdown, really boring. I really didn't have any fun playing at all. I don't think any of my friends had fun playing this either. They had fun for like the first 10 minutes, and then after the build, they realized that it was just lame, boring. But you guys can let me know what you guys think about it. Now my Wrath character is geared. He's legit almost fully honor geared. I think I'm missing one trinket, but at that point I'm 0 CR, so I can just queue it up. So we will have some Wrath arenas coming up here. I think I end up almost dying here. I end up vanishing. He ends up bopping me a little bit late. So as you can see, I ended up DRKing to try to CC because my thing's so small that I didn't realize it was. I just wasn't paying. I don't know. I just need to get larger because I am clueless. But yeah, basically, I didn't put any cuts in this video because I just wanted to, talk. I don't really like playing retail, especially in pre-patch. I am really hyped for Dragonflight. I just really hope, it's not like this. This is just, I mean, it's pre-patch, so they're gonna have some faults. It's Blizzard. Let's just hope the live version is a lot better. Um, overall, I did not like pre-patch at all. I would rather like not even bought the expansion until, I mean, I pre-ordered it, but I wish I didn't spend the money and I could have saved it on something else. And then like I don't know. To me, it was just really bad. It was boring. It was garbage. Like really bad. Like I'd rather play in season 4 Shadowlands than play pre-patch. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, if you guys can rephrase me on this, but does Dragonflight come on November, or does it come out November 23rd or something, or when is it? I mean, November 23rd is still a long way away. It's almost 3 weeks, so that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I did feel kind of bad that I was just, losing these guys' games. Because I was legit just going in, as you can see, this guy's legit 2282. So he's 2300 in a solo queue. And I'm 600 CR, so very sketchy out. Not a very good time. Um, I would give you guys the build, but I honestly wouldn't even suggest using this type of build. This is really bad. Now in twos wise, I think it's not terrible, obviously because of the shadowy duel. The only way you're killing somebody is if you shadowy duel and use every single button and they have nothing. But to get every button is just really difficult. But overall, I mean, it wasn't terrible. I mean, I like the tree. I like everything about it. I just don't like a lot of things about it, you could say. Like, and if you guys saw the last video, the priest was 100-0ing people. Thing is, they did dragonflight buffs when we have 100k or 90k HP. So if we had 200k HP, everything would be balanced out accordingly to how they thought it would be. But since they put it in, it was just confusing. I don't know why. I doubt they have somebody who actually plays the game. I feel like they've gotten so many more games and stuff added to the Blizzard shop and everything that they're not even focusing on World of Warcraft anymore. They just have that one idiotic person just sitting there, and he's like, "Oh well, let's do this. All right, well, see you guys next year." But that's how it is what it is. So main goal, like I said, is I'm just trying to find somebody with no cooldowns and then Shadowy don't kill them, because that's the really only way we're gonna be able to kill somebody. As you can see, the hunter has no trinket at this point, so all I need to do is kidney him off DR. So I'm waiting for that DR to come off. Kind of trying to pay attention. I get my comm points here. At this point, I just need to kidney and go full send it. My trinket is the only way I kill something. Look up where, so as you can see, my trinket here hits him for. I barely had enough. They were stacked up. My trinket did a little bit more than it needed to. Then I got a fat avis because of my crit. I finally get my first dub. But you guys can let me know how you guys think Rogue's doing now. Assassination wise, it's not looking too bad on like a DH versus assassination. Like I have rank 2 gear on my DH, but every time I face a fully geared assassination rogue, I usually lose. I haven't really been able to beat a rogue unless it's like double DPS. But then again, I'm rank 2 gear, so if I had full gear versus a full gear, I'd probably just dominate a rogue that's 2100 gear. DH is really fun to play though. I actually enjoy DH a lot more than rogue. Maybe it's because you actually, whenever you click cooldowns, it does like actual damage. I end up gouging them. Usually on stuns, I like to gouge, or gouge for setups, or gouge. Usually gouging for like a CC is really good. So instead of if the cheap shot DR was off on the healer, you could gouge him and then you could sheep him. So gouge is like another form of CC that you can actually get, and it lasts for a lot too. For like I think it's 4 seconds, which is actually a lot, and it doesn't DR with your cheap shots. So you can technically you can do a swap go with gouge and then sheep it, as long as you don't have any bleeds on. I wish it took off bleeds like blind would. That'd be pretty cool, but I don't think it does. This situation, as you can see, I tried to shadowy dome here, and it obviously didn't work out. At this point, I'm kind of just going everything. After your cooldowns as a sub rogue, you don't do anything. You just sit there and kind of just cheap shot off a DR, and that's basically it. You just let your teammate deal the damage. And at this point, I'm kind of just sitting here AFK. Um, yeah, I really don't. I really want to like commentate this somehow and tell you guys what to do, but there's really nothing to do. You're just sitting there doing nothing as a sub rogue. Kind of sucks. And as you can see, I think I died. No, I don't. Now having the utility on a sub rogue is really good. Having double vanish is a dub. In Dragonflight, if we can do like damage on a burst, like I don't even care if it's like off our damage, that's fine if we don't do unhealable damage like every other class would. But on all of our cooldowns, we should be doing damage. If every class is doing damage, and obviously there's gonna be a lot of people. I know I read the comments and they're like, "You're a sub bro, you got CC." Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Having CC, sure, it's nice to have CC, but if you don't have damage, you can't kill. So that's like saying this. Something that has a CC takes more skill than something that has a Zug Zug, which is like a warrior or a rep paladin. So why should somebody who gets to play easier do more damage than somebody who has to outplay to do anything? So theoretically, I think things like Feral Druids, Windwalkers, Rogues, those and DH, those classes should be highly good. I think they should always be somewhere of goodness, because they have to play really good defensively, and if they don't, they get one-shotted because they're not plate. Windwalker gets one-shotted in the sun. DH gets one-shotted in the sun. Rogue gets one-shotted in the sun. Those class, and then Boomy. I think also, Boomy and Feral Druid. I think those classes are really if you play bad, you're just gonna get one-shotted. I think classes that you have to actually play good in should do more damage or enough damage to where you can kill on your CDs. Now, that's not doing a lot of damage over time. As you can see, my trinket kills him here from 30%. He ends up getting a really solid fear as well. But, yeah, I mean, as long as, I mean, I saw Beta Rogue and it done some damage, so as long as I'm just doing damage on my go, then I'm pretty fine with it. I just want to be able to kill something when my main thing is I don't even care if as long as I'm doing decent damage. I don't need to be 100-0ing something like a Windwalker in 2 seconds or 0.5 seconds. Because like some guy named Taiga, I think his name's Taiga or something. He's like the #1 Windwalker in solo queue right now. He said that Windwalker's bad if you can't kill in like 2 seconds or something like that. Or maybe he said under a stun. I don't know. I'm not like 100% sure. Monks should never kill in 2 seconds. I think in a full stun, sure. A monk, if you have no trinket and no cooldowns, a monk should kill you in a stun. 100%. I agree with that. But you should not die in 2 seconds of a stun. I disagree with that. I think every burst should have a cap on it to where it's 4 seconds plus. There should be no button that can make you one-shot somebody in less than 4 seconds. 4 seconds is fast enough, trust me. 4 seconds is a fast time, but don't get me wrong, since it's meta right now, it's like, whatever. In my reality, I would rather have fast pace than like dampening, to be honest, but I don't want it too fast paced because too fast paced is not fun. Nobody can learn off of it. No new player wants to enjoy that. As you can see, I DR Kidney here, so we end up not killing him. But let me know what you guys thought of this video. Obviously, this is something I just cooped up because I really didn't have anything to upload because there's nothing to really do on retail. But let me know if you guys want to see Wrath Arena, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe like usual. Peace, boys.